Hey, and welcome back to Stampin' on Wheels. I'm not on my wheels right now, I'm on my bed. I was removed from my wheels just a little while ago. Been to the doctor's office, done all that horribleness, wanted to get this done. Yesterday, my son did a wonderful thing for me, and he was my cameraman to help me do a video for you on a Stampin' Up! Set of stamps called Wetlands, which I absolutely am in love with. The Canada geese, the little sandpipers. The greetings are thank you for your kindness, thinking of you, and birthday greetings. And these are absolutely beautiful. Excuse me. Well, as soon as I got this in the mail, I had to make one for my husband. Because he loves the Canada geese, us being from Canada. Every time he sees one, he says, "Hello, my brothers." So I made him a card. So this card was made for him, and I thought, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to make a video on how to do this. Hang on just a second. I've got arguments going on in the other room, so I'm going to need to shut my door. So if you give me just a second and let me do that. Sorry about that. Teenagers and their stepfathers. Not always good. Anyway, I decided I was going to make a video showing you what can be done with this incredible stamp set. But in my my email and in some of my comments that are on my actual Stampin' Up! Site, a couple of people have said, you know, that's all great, Sharon. I can go in there and I can afford to buy a stamp set. And after that, I can't buy the paper that you're working with. I can't buy the colors of ink that you're working with. I can't make a card that looks like this. It just, what's the point when I can't afford it? Well, I decided that wasn't going to work. That I was going to do a video showing how you can make a card just like this, using very few, if any, other than, of course, your Stampin' Up! Stamps, make a card like this one. So TJ and I got started doing that, and then something happened, and where we're going to start off is where I've started stamping. Now, it's a very long video, so I'm probably going to cut it up into a few pieces, but you're going to want to watch the whole thing, because we've got some really cool things going on. And the coolest thing that's going on right now is to become a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, where it used to be $99. For a short time it is $50. And I know $50 is a lot of money for a lot of people, but when you think about it, $50 and the kit that you're going to get for the $50, it's with it, which is worth quite a bit more than $50. Right there, that paid for itself. If you're worried about having to go to people's homes to do parties, if you are able to do that and you like to do that, oh my God, you're going to have so much fun. I love to do that, but I am not able to do that because of the pink chariot. Most people do not have ramps and wheelchair accessible homes. I can't have it here because my home's not even wheelchair accessible, and we've got so much of my equipment just for me to live jam-packed in here that it would be difficult. So how do I do it? Right here on YouTube, and I am going to be starting Ustream live classes very soon. So don't worry about things like that. $50 is what I want you to be thinking about. 50 bucks. For the price of two of the more expensive, and this is not one of them, but the more expensive stamping kits, or the price of a bundle, you could have that bundle plus. pretty good. So let's get going. Like I said, I may cut this down into several pieces because it's so long, but I'd appreciate you watching it all the way to the end, and so would my son. And I think you're going to see that with just this set right here, you can make this card. Now, I don't know if we get to it in the video, but I have, there you go, an embossed sheet right here. Again, Sharon, I don't have a Cricut, I don't have a Big Shot, I don't have anything like that. How I'm going to emboss my paper? Well, all you really need is the embossing, what are they called? Folders? Embossing folders, and Darius makes beautiful ones, and I use quite a few of those. Actually, I don't have enough. I've only got a few. And all you do is you put your paper in, and you mist it down a little bit, get it damp, not soaking wet, damp, and you can use a rolling pin over it, or you can put a thick, heavy book over it and forget about it. I do that a lot. I will prep. I'll spend a day making my embossed pieces. I'll spend a day cutting out pieces that I need, punching out pieces that I need for flowers. Now, I do want to say that a very, very kind person sent me pre-cut, pre-scored cards and embossed paper. And what I've been doing is, as I use them, I've been making new ones. And I just want to, I was in a rack, and I just want to say thank you very much. That was one of the kindest things you could have done. So now every time I use one, I make two. So anyway, let's get on with this. I want to show you about this and show you all the tricks and all the things that can be done. And you can make this card for the price of this and going to the Dollar Tree or Dollar General. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. It's now time to do some stamping. Now, the one thing that I do have and I do insist on using for me is Stays On when I am going to be doing any kind of coloring. I trust it. It does exactly what it says. It stays on. So what I've done is I've taken my goose and I've put him on a block. Now, believe it or not, I don't have any acrylic blocks. How crazy is that? So I have a Cuddle Bug and I have a Big Shot. So I use the Cuddle Bug plates. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure that he's nice and covered with ink. I'm going to show you something about him. He is almost pencil stroke. It's almost a pencil stroke. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Alright, we're coming back. I am now going to take him and I am going to stamp him a little bit to the right and not quite at the bottom of this. And stamp. Let that ink soak in and pull him off. And there's my goose. And I think he looks wonderful. The next piece that I'm going to be using are the wheat or rushes, whichever you want to call them. I think that geese hang out around marshland, so this is marsh grass as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm about to stamp that. TJ, have you got this in frame?
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to stamp him right behind his tail. Give him a second to stamp up and pull him up. Isn't that nice? Now I'm not re-stamping. Moving down a little bit. And give a good press. Coming up, and you see how light that is, it's kind of like it's in the background because I'm about to put a stamped one in the foreground. Just going to move it over a little bit and up like it's ghosted. Push it down, give it just a minute, and take that off. There you go. I have my goose and my grass ready to go.